Welcome back. I just wanted to let you know that this podcast is recorded in two parts. The first part is at the beginning of my fast, and the second part is at the end of my fast, and it's filled with tips and tricks that I use to help me get through. So listen along. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye. Hello and welcome back to the One Obsession at a Time podcast. I am here because I need to keep a promise to myself that I am going to do what I say I am going to do. So today I am starting a 7-day alternate day fasting challenge. It has been a while since I've done 36 hours, so today I am probably going to have to white knuckle it a little bit to get through this first day, but I know how good it feels for me when I do this, so let's do it. I am going to start, it is Monday, today is going to be a fast day. I have not eaten since 8:30 last night, which is a little bit late for me. Normally I would stop eating by 7 p.m, but I did say to myself, I'm going to fast tomorrow. I'm going to set myself up. I had Greek yogurt last night at 8:30, and today is a fast day. So it's 10:30 a.m. on my first fast day of this 7-day challenge. It's Monday, and I'm feeling really good. I've had a couple of coffees. I am going to start having a little bit of Himalayan salt under my tongue, and the afternoon is going to be challenging, but I've already decided what I'm going to do when I get those hunger pangs. So I'll talk you through that in a second. What have I done so far to set myself up? I have eaten pretty well for the last week or two. I have been doing a lot of clean eating. I have definitely focused on making sure that I get enough protein and enough healthy fat. So I've been eating nuts, walnuts, almonds. I've also been eating avocado. I have been ensuring that I focus on protein and I don't eat so many carbs. So last night's dinner, for example, was fish, and the idea was that we have fish and chips. My husband had fish and chips because he is quite an active person with an active job. So he is off today. He had fish and chips last night. I made fish with some cauliflower cheese. So I actually had quite a big plate of cauliflower with fish, and I'm telling you, it was so delicious. I don't even know if I enjoy hot chips that much. I mean, I'm sure I do, but I really enjoyed having cauliflower last night because I knew that it was full of fibre, very, very good for me, and I was setting up my fast day today just perfectly. What else have I done to prepare? I also have read Jason Fung's new book, The Hunger Code, and that is a great read. It actually has so many tips in there for how to eat, to lose weight, and obviously it is all about how often you eat, so how often that insulin is getting into your bloodstream. So there's a lot of fasting stuff in there, but it's also about what you're actually eating. So definitely no ultra processed foods, making sure that you are doing some healthy swaps. What am I going to take away from that the most? Probably the focus on making sure that I'm eating low carb. Yeah, and not those ultra processed foods. So that was a really good read for me. I will go back and reread it because that's what I like to do with this information. I like to read it and read it and read it until I just sort of know what I'm doing. But the big thing I want to do from this is I want to keep a promise to myself. I really want to say that I'm going to do something, and then I want to follow through. And my weight is a big driver of this. My weight is back up. I'm almost back up to my heaviest weight again. I am snoring again at night time, and yesterday morning my feet were hurting again. I'm sure I get this plantar fasciitis? I hope I'm saying that correctly, and I know that's from inflammation in my body. I just know it is because I'm a 45-year-old lady. I buy good shoes. I did go through a bit of a Temu phase. I'd buy different shoes on Temu, and they are terrible for my feet, but I do actually wear good shoes, and I think that fasting definitely helps with that, because last time I had those sore feet and I was doing my alternate day fasting, that completely went away, and I have not seen that until yesterday. That's a long time. That's like 3 months of no foot pain. So let's get back into this. What am I going to do when I want to eat? So it's 10:30 in the morning. Obviously, this is going to be something that I'm going to be thinking about a lot today. My boys are not at home today, which is fantastic, and they're not coming home for lunch. So I am just home. I don't have to prepare food for anybody, which is fantastic. I don't have to be pretending to be someone's chef while I'm hungry. So that's a really good start. So today, when I want to eat or I get that urge, I am going to set a timer for 10 minutes, and I am going to have a cup of tea. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to do my jigsaw puzzle. I'm going to do a housework task that needs to be done. I'm going to listen to a fasting podcast, and I'm going to look at some fasting groups for motivation, because seeing other people's success and seeing other people keep their promises to themselves, I can do that. I can do that. So that is something that I'm going to do today. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing this and seeing some results. I know that just fasting once isn't going to get me the results. This needs to be a continuous effort. I think I'm going to weigh myself every day, because I think it's Christopher Varady says that weighing yourself every day is a proven weight loss tool. People who weigh themselves every day go on to lose more weight, even if in the middle of that can be a little bit disheartening when you have put on weight. I'm going to do that. I just want to monitor that and see how I go. So I'm definitely looking forward to. What am I looking forward to? I am looking forward to not having this stomach. I feel like I look a little bit pregnant, to be honest, probably about 20 weeks pregnant. I have a lot of fat on my stomach. I am looking forward to fitting into my clothes. I am looking forward to having a little bit more definition in my face. I don't want to lose too much fat in my face because I don't have, and I don't intend on having Botox or fillers or any of that stuff. So I don't want to lose too much volume in my face, but I definitely want to see a little bit of my facial structure come back. That would be really nice. I want to stop snoring at nighttime. I want to reduce the inflammation in my body. Something else I'd like to see the end of. Have you ever had puffy armpits? I've got puffy armpits, and I know it's not my lymph nodes. I am in pretty good health, but yeah, puffy armpits is one place where I'd like to see some less fat, and yeah, just generally, I can't get over the puffy armpits. You know, you can't believe you say you can't believe you say things sometimes. I can't believe I said that. But if you have puffy armpits, you know what I'm talking about. So I also want to see myself break my fast gently tomorrow. I will probably break my fast at breakfast time. I'm not going to lie. I will be looking forward to having either a Greek yogurt or a couple of scrambled eggs. I will be looking forward to that tomorrow. But what I want to do today is just to avoid breaking my fast. I want to avoid, the thing where I reach for food out of habit. And I want to just keep my promise to myself today. So this is day one. Stick with me, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Welcome back. It's the next morning. I am 36 and a half hours into my fast. I am going to break it probably when I finish recording this. I'm really proud of myself. This is the first fast I have done since I was unwell in December with that respiratory cold or whatever it was. And I'm finally back on the ADF wagon, and I am planning on doing this for 7 days. So that will be 4 36-hour fasts, and then I will see what protocol I maintain or switch over to. It might be I fast Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or I might even try 2 48-hour fasts, but I'll see how I go. So how did yesterday play out? It actually went really well. I anticipated wanting to eat at lunchtime, and I made sure I had a lovely coffee and worked through in my business. I made sure I had some things to do. And the afternoon time, I kind of expected to feel low on energy or a little bit foggy, I suppose, and I just didn't. So that was actually really good to know. I think maybe a positive mindset would really help around those times. I wrote myself a list of things that I was going to do if I felt that way. One of them was go for a walk. So at about 1:30, I decided I was going to take the dog for a walk. Perfect time to take my mind off fasting, and my phone wanted an update at that time, and so I thought I'll update my phone first, and it just took forever. It took like an hour before I could actually get out of the house on the walk, so that delayed it a little bit, and also took my mind off fasting, which was good. And then in the afternoon, I actually had to go and collect my boys from the bus stop because they'd been out on an excursion for the day. And before that, I had to do some grocery shopping. I don't like grocery shopping when I'm fasting normally, but I just pushed on through, got that done, collected the boys at about 5:30, and then came home and made dinner. So the family ate dinner at about 7 o'clock, and that all went well. I made something that was super easy. I bought a lasagna from the deli at the supermarket, and I did some air fried chips, and that was their dinner last night. Nice and simple. I didn't have to taste anything for seasoning or anything like that. So nice, simple dinner to plate up for my family. I made myself a big mug of green tea, and I sipped on that while they ate, and we all enjoyed that together. And then after that, I did think to myself, I might be in for an early night. Am I going to start feeling grumpy? Am I going to be hungry? And I didn't. I just powered on through. It was amazing. At 9:30, I did take a magnesium tablet. I don't know if that helped me to sleep because I was really anticipating feeling a little bit wired. I get a little bit wired, like I've had too much coffee towards the end of my fasting day, or to the end of my down day, I get a little bit and that definitely helped me. It did take me longer than normal to fall asleep. Normally, I read my Kindle a little bit in bed, and then I fall asleep quite easily. and it did take me longer than normal, but I got to sleep and I stayed asleep. So that was amazing. And I woke up this morning feeling great, getting the boys back on the bus again for another excursion today. They're on school holidays, so they had something else on today. And off they've gone. I've dropped them at the bus stop, put petrol in my car. I did think about buying myself a treat to eat today, as in a salmon Buddha bowl or something like that. And I did think, no, it's okay. I can go home and I can break my fast with some scrambled eggs and some avocado. I'm going to preload that those healthy fats and the protein, and I'm going to start my day off beautifully. And after I'm going to do 3 scrambled eggs with some salad and half an avocado, which is probably more than avocado than I would normally want to eat. I'd probably stick with a quarter of an avocado, but I'm going to have half today because I am fasting and I need those healthy fats. And after that, I think I'm going to have a Greek yogurt with some seeds and some blueberries. And that's going to be how I break my fast this morning. And yeah, so I'm really happy with how this first fast back has gone. Things that I did that I suggest that you do as well is have a list of things that you can do when you want to eat. So the first thing I was prepared to do was set a timer for 10 minutes to stop myself, because I can really just have a what the hell attitude and start eating, and before you know it, I am not fasting anymore and I've ruined my progress because I've thrown caution to the wind. So I decided I was going to set a timer for 10 minutes if I felt like eating. I wrote myself a list at the beginning of the day of all of the things that I could do, and on that list I included things like go for a walk, take the dog for a walk, do a household chore. Could be something really simple, just as wiping down the bathroom vanities. Did not have to be a big long chore, just something to take my mind off it for 10 minutes. What else did I have? I have a coffee. So sit down mindfully with a drink, listen to a fasting podcast. Some of my favourites are The Fasting Method and, of course, anything by Jen Stevens. I love motivational stories. And then also on my list was to look at motivational fasting stories, before and after photos in Facebook groups. I love doing that as well. So yeah, that was what I did there. Towards the end of the day, I kept busy. I think that was a massive thing that helped me be successful yesterday. I was just busy. I had things that I had to do, and I just got on with doing them. And the last thing, I think having that magnesium tablet an hour before bed was really helpful. So yeah, that's my 36 hours. Actually, I'm coming up to 37 hours now, and that's in the bag. I've done my first fasting day. Today is an up day. I'm going to eat really healthily and focus on good food today, and I will be back on the fasting wagon tomorrow for my second down day. Best of luck to you if you are fasting today as well. Okay, bye.